Family Trust Bootcamp Series number 2, Reducing the Risk of Malpractice Lawsuit Claims that Exceed Insurance Policy Coverage. Welcome to Family Trust Bootcamp, celebrating International Women's Day within the month of March by empowering every woman in any country or state to advocate for establishing a family trust for their family, whether single or married. Your facilitator, Dr. David Chitate. Let's start by reading the Bible, James chapter 4, verse 14. And I'm reading from NIV. Why? You do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a while and then vanishes. That's the end of quotation. The Bible says we are like mist. We appear for a little while and then we vanish. That's why it is important for us to plan. Don't procrastinate. You and I are mist. A little commentary on James chapter 4, verse 14. James chapter 4, 14 reminds us of the fleeting nature of human life and uncertainty, likening our existence to a mist that appears briefly and then vanishes. Applied to family trust and estate planning, this verse underscores the imperative of taking proactive steps to ensure the stability and security of one's family and assets. In recognizing the brevity of life, individuals are prompted to consider the implications of mortality and the need to plan for future. Establishing a family trust emerges as a crucial tool in this endeavor, providing a structured framework for managing assets, distributing wealth, safeguarding the interests of family members, particularly during times of crisis transition. Let us start by defining bootcamp. A family bootcamp in our context is an intensive program designed to empower participants with the knowledge, resources needed to effectively utilize family trust to mitigate crises, protect assets, grow family wealth. In line with the theme, using family trust to mitigate crises, protect and grow family wealth, the boot camp offers a structured approach to estate planning and financial management. This boot camp has some key activities, and participants will hopefully choose which activity they want to take part in or to emphasize. Activity number 1 is engaging in a comprehensive 20-hour online personal development course on family trust. Participants delve into the intricacies of financial education for families, asset protection strategies, and the role of family trust in securing financial legacies. That's a choice. You can choose to join that particular 20-hour online personal development course. Activity number 2 is accessing group and individual complementary consultations with attorneys specializing in family trust. These sessions with attorneys provide guidance on establishing and registering family trusts, addressing legal considerations and individual family needs. So it's very, very important. That will be activity number 2. Activity number 3 is participants can choose to participate in group and individual sessions facilitated by financial professionals focusing on financial education for families. participants learn financial education tailored to the goals and objectives of family trusts. And then activity number 4, collaborating on sharing and adapting blueprint for establishing family trusts. Through knowledge sharing, peer exchange, and expert guidance, participants gain skills in engaging attorneys, insights into elements and structure of family trust bylaws, and practical considerations for structuring their own family trust. The fifth and final activity which participants can choose is engaging in recruitment and peer education initiatives to spread awareness and knowledge about family trusts. Participants are encouraged to become advocates within their own communities, within their own families, sharing their experiences and insights to empower others to explore and leverage the benefits of family trust for the long-term mitigation of crisis and growing and protecting the family legacy. This information can be shared with our own children if we have adult children so that they know they have access to these tools. You know, these tools have not been promoted. We don't learn them in school. So we expect that participants can engage in promoting these to their own friends, relatives, and family members so that they can benefit. Now it's time for us to look at information brief number 2, entitled Reducing the Risk of Malpractice Lawsuit Claims that Exceed Insurance Policy Coverage. I want to remind you that each brief focuses on a specific crisis that families may encounter, illustrating how a family trust can effectively mitigate such challenges. Through compelling stories and real-life examples, participants learn firsthand how family trusts have safeguarded assets and protected family legacies in times of turmoil. The information briefs empower participants to make informed decisions and take proactive steps towards safeguarding their family wealth and legacy by providing practical solutions and illustrating real-world scenarios. Yes, this is very important. Why this information brief is essential. You know what? A malpractice lawsuit on a claim beyond malpractice insurance coverage refers to a scenario where a professional, such as a doctor or a lawyer, a nurse, faces legal action due to alleged negligence or misconduct that exceeds the coverage limits of their malpractice insurance policies. In such cases, the individual may be personally liable for damages awarded beyond the coverage provided by their insurance, potentially putting their personal assets and financial well-being at risk. This situation can be a significant pain point for professionals, as it not only threatens their financial stability, but also jeopardizes their reputation and livelihood. Family trusts are an all-in-one solution. Family trusts offer a robust solution to protect family assets in the event of malpractice lawsuit that exceeds insurance coverage. By placing assets into a trust, individuals can shield assets from potential legal claims and creditors. Family trusts create a legal barrier between the individual's assets and any liabilities arising from professional malpractice, thereby safeguarding family wealth from being seized to satisfy judgments. Family trusts, in addition, can provide flexibility in asset management and distribution, allowing individuals to designate beneficiaries and control how assets are used, even in the face of legal challenges. By establishing a family trust, professionals can ensure that their hard-earned assets are protected for the benefit of their loved ones, providing peace of mind and the uncertainties of professional liability. Let me share you a story that touches my heart. Maria and Diego were immigrants who had sacrificed everything to pursue their dreams in a new land. Maria, a dedicated and hardworking nurse, poured her heart and soul into her profession, striving to provide compassionate care to those in need. Despite the challenges they faced as newcomers, Maria and Diego built a life together, slowly but steadily accumulating wealth through their relentless work and also prudent investments in property. But tragedy struck. One fateful day, tragedy struck when Maria made a grave error in the care of a patient, resulting in irreversible disability to the patient, who happened to be the breadwinner of their family. Devastated by the consequences of her mistake, Maria was embroiled in a malpractice lawsuit, her limited insurance coverage proving inadequate to cover the extensive damage sought by the victim's family. The victim's family, represented by formidable malpractice attorneys, launched a thorough investigation into Maria's background, uncovering the extent of her family's wealth through their property holdings worth millions. Armed with this information, the attorneys strategically argued before the court, persuading the judge to award millions of dollars in damages, far beyond Maria's insurance coverage. As the gavel fell and the verdict was delivered, Maria and Diego's world crumbled around them. Their hard-earned property, accumulated through years of sweat and sacrifice, was seized to satisfy the exorbitant judgment, leaving them destitute and bereft of their dreams for a better future. This tragic tale serves as a sobering reminder of the risks millions of immigrant professionals face in high liability careers such as nursing and other jobs, where even a single mistake can have catastrophic consequences. However, there is hope in proactive planning and protection. If Maria and Diego had established a properly structured family trust and transferred all their assets into its protective embrace, their property would have been shielded from the reach of the malpractice laws. Remember, a properly structured and registered family trust is a legal entity. It can own property. It can buy shares and sell shares. It can do so many things. That's why you need an attorney to help you. And that's why you need this education even before you engage an attorney. Because remember, there are dozens and dozens of types of family trusts. So it's best you approach this with some basic knowledge, and that's our goal. Yes, just a reminder, you need strategy. A family trust could have proved a legal barrier between their personal assets and any liabilities arising from professional mistakes, safeguarding their wealth and preserving their legacy for their loved ones. Let this story be a call to action for professionals at risk of malpractice lawsuits to work closely with attorneys to set up trusts, ensuring the protection of their hard-earned assets and the security of their families' futures. I have a question for you. Can you be 100% sure you won't be caught up in litigation or lawsuits that might affect your family's assets? How about professional negligence? How about personal injuries? How about premises liability? How about malpractice lawsuits? The list is endless. The question is, are your assets covered? You have spent so many years, hard work, accumulating what you have. Have you protected what you have? I know you want to get more, and you keep on working harder. But you know what? Ask yourself, have I protected that which I have? It doesn't matter how little it is. It needs to be protected. It needs to be protected. Remember, we are like mist. We need to plan. James tells us, James 14 verse 4, reminds us, hey, James 4 verse 14 reminds us we are like mist. I have good news for you. I'm here to introduce and educate you about an all-in-one solution that can add a layer of protection to family assets. The family trust is a legal instrument that wealthy families use. You will require the services of attorneys specializing in family trusts. In addition, you can choose a boot camp activity that gives you free access to an exclusive complimentary consultation with a family trust attorney to help you decide a timeline for setting up your family trust. Remember, attorney fees can be even more than $200 per hour. You need to use your resources wisely. It is much better for you to acquire as much education as possible so that when you get time with attorney, you are able to quickly guide what you want, because they depend on what you tell them, what you want to achieve. And so it is important for you to invest a little bit of your time and resources acquiring that kind of knowledge from the right sources, so that by the time you go for a consultative session, you can quickly clarify what you want. There are 4 options for you during this bootcamp. We give you 4 options for you to choose, so that at least you make a choice and you move to establish your trust. The first option is what we are going to be covering now. Choose to have free resources, including free trial lessons. Go to our website or join our social media platforms for unlimited access to free resources on family trust. No family should be left behind. Family trusts are the most powerful legal instruments that families can use to manage crises and grow and protect family wealth. Unfortunately, family trusts are popular among wealthy families, who take full advantage of them, while middle income and immigrant families are painfully ignorant of even their existence. Free resources include Zoom sessions. Yes, you can access free 30-minute sessions announced on our website or on the Family Trust Bootcamp WhatsApp group every week. Click on the website or join the group using QR code or links that are given. Well, of course, all these free resources are also loaded to our YouTube channel. So you can actually visit our YouTube channel. Look for our YouTube channel, Happy Family Campaign. That's the name of the YouTube channel. And you can go there and you can, download these presentations, free resources for you. I would like to highlight some of the topics that are covered. Our Zoom sessions have been running from 7 p.m. CST or 8 p.m. EST for the first 1 week. Let me tell you some of the topics that you can now also pursue and download and listen from YouTube, or just use the links that are given at the end of this presentation. Contact us and we will definitely give you all the links you want, because we want you to benefit. No family should be left behind. Monday, we covered reducing the risk of abuse of insurance policy death benefit by surviving spouse. The next topic was reducing the risk of malpractice lawsuit claims that exceed insurance policy coverage, which we have just presented. The next topic is preventing the loss of family wealth due to divorce settlements. Oh my goodness. Who is the loser in terms of family wealth when you divide your property on divorce? Of course, it's the children, because the family wealth has been divided. So the children are the losers in this, the future generation. Did you know that the family trust can be structured to address that problem? So that during the days you are together and you are happy, you build your family trust and then you put your property there and you lock it. Irreversible. You can lock that property. No legal lawsuits can divide it and touch it. It will remain there. That's property for you and your generation, your next generation, the mother and the children. That's it. Anyway, you need to listen to that presentation. And then, of course, comes preventing the complexities of probate court following a spouse's death. Most countries, or nearly all countries, they have some type of probate court process after a person dies. You can't easily utilize some of the assets, and it takes time. Did you know that the family trust is an entity? It doesn't die. It's a legal entity. You structure it well, you put it in place. The owner of the trust might die, but the trust will outlive the owner. And when that happens, what happens then? There's no probate court to talk about. Life will be running as usual. Anyway, that's a presentation you should listen to. And then on Fridays, we talk about biblical family wealth management principles from the book of Jeremiah. Yes. Then Saturday in the evening, removing anxiety over retirement arrangements and supporting graceful aging. Yes. Family trust are able to be used for all this, I tell you. And then Sundays, preventing family wealth loss from the risks of family business lawsuits and bankruptcy. How many family businesses go bankrupt? And at times they take all the family assets with them. Or did you know that that can be prevented? A family trust can actually, some of the business assets can be registered in the family trust. Oh my goodness, we will talk about that. And then anxiety over the welfare of parents living abroad, whether you live with them or they live abroad. How does the family trust come in and take away all your anxiety? Because yes, family trust can actually benefit your parents. Congratulations. You have listened to information brief number 2 out of 20 briefs. You will still have 18 briefs to go. And thank you so much. Don't miss. You should look for all of them and just listen and benefit and be rich in terms of knowledge. Yes, share the links with your loved ones. No family should be left behind. You can either join WhatsApp group, just join. That's the link right there. Get announcements on free family trust bootcamp events, activities, and resources. And we also share some of the resources. But maybe you say, no, I'm not a WhatsApp person. You want to join GroupMe? You can join GroupMe. We have a GroupMe strictly for announcement and sharing resources. And if that is not enough, oh my goodness, ask for our website. You can go directly to our website. It's loaded with free resources as well. Of course, as Dr. David stated, I am a licensed registered financial professional, but I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an advocate. I'm not a tax consultant. I am not a CPA. I am a financial professional. I work with attorneys to design these materials and make these materials available. These are educational materials. This should not be construed as advice. No, this is not advice. These are educational materials. When you want advice, we even refer our participants to the bootcamp. We refer them to attorneys that work with us. So we can actually refer you to an attorney when you want an attorney. A lawyer. You want a lawyer? Yes, we can do that. We even organize group Zoom sessions where we bring lawyers and people ask their questions. You can do that. But remember, this is for educational purpose. I want to thank you so much. My contacts are there. You can SMS, you can send an email. Otherwise, you can use our popular social media platforms to get in touch. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye for now.